Hello everybody, my name is Simona, I'm from the corner, and this week we have created another video and more tasks and challenges for you to complete so that you can keep learning at home and practicing your English. So we had a class last week. Let's think back on our topic from last week. We talked about traveling, about different ways of transportation, how to get around in the city, traveling abroad. We also planned a trip to Japan, and we talked about differences between going to and will. Going to and will are future tenses, remember? We use going to for things we have already decided to do, things we have planned. I am going to spend a weekend in Paris, for example. And we use will for predictions, for things that we think will happen. For example, I think the weather will be good. I hope it won't rain. Going to, will. Today, we are going to learn another future tense. Open your students' books on page 76. On page 76, there are some images on the top of the page. There are people enjoying their holidays. There is a girl who's eating ice cream. Another girl is doing ziplining. And there are some kids that are eating, the kids are eating ice cream. And the girl is taking a selfie. Now, how are you enjoying your time off school? Are you doing anything fun or are you just bored? Doing, taking, enjoying, eating. These are verbs ending in ing, verbs in present continuous. We use present continuous when we are describing images, describing situations, and when we talk about things that are happening right now. I am talking to you right now. Talking, ing. Now, sometimes we use present continuous for the future. For example, I am flying to London next month. Next month is in the future, but I still use flying. In this case, we use present continuous to describe definite plans in the near future. When we use present continuous for the future, we normally state the date of the planned activity. So, I am meeting my friends tonight for dinner. When? Tonight. I am studying for an exam on Saturday. When? On Saturday. Specific dates or times. Okay. To practice the new structure, I want you to think about the upcoming weekend. And I want you to try to make as many sentences in present continuous as possible. Don't forget to state the date. So, I am playing online video games with my friends at 5 p.m. I am watching a film with my family at 8 p.m. You are probably not doing any outdoor activities, unfortunately, so you can describe what you're doing now. Okay, now it's time for you to practice. There is a listening exercise on page 76. You can access the listening via Pearson portal, and there are also grammar exercises to practice present continuous for the future. Exercise 5 on page 76 in your students' books, and exercises 1 and 2 on page 52. You can pause the video now and do the exercises. Well done. So, now we're going to talk about the travel a bit more, about traveling. We know trips and holidays with friends and family are fun, but have you ever been to an interesting school trip? I like school trips. When this all is over and when it will be possible again, I am taking my students to the Maritime Museum of Barcelona. It is my favorite museum in Barcelona, and I think my students are going to learn a lot about the history of the city and the history of boats and ships and navy. There are interactive games you can play, and there is also a life-size Royal Kelly. I think they will enjoy this trip. What kind of school trips do you prefer? Have a look at the page 78 in your students' books. You can see photos of school trips there. What can we learn on these trips, and which of these is your favorite type of a school trip? In exercise 3, you've got 3 short texts about trips. Read the text and choose the correct answer. You can do this now. Now, think about yourself. Where would you like to travel to? How long is your journey to school? And where was your last school trip to? Travel, journey, trip. What's the difference between these words? Let's get into it. Travel is a verb. You travel to different countries. I want to travel around Mexico. Journey is the way from point A to point B. Journey is a noun. I usually read on the journey to school. And a trip is a planned journey with a return. There is a school trip next week to the museum. Trip is also a noun. Okay, have a look at it again. Now I want you to create 3 sentences using the verb travel and the nouns journey and trip. Okay, good. I hope it's clear and you know the differences between these words. And that's it for today. There are more activities and extra tasks for you to finish in the instructions. So when you finish this video, have a look at them. I wish you good luck and I hope you will have a great week, and I will see you hopefully very soon.